Okay, it's the 26th of August, it's a Sunday, and we're in Bergen, Norway, and we're down in the harbour, and we've got the bears sitting there. If you look at those, all of those building fronts there have been preserved, and then you can see the suburb up on the hill. You can see the church over there, and if you look very carefully, right up there is the funicular railway, which you can take to get a view of the city. And then if we go the other way, the harbour's in a number of piers. So if we go the other way past Bev, over here, look to the left, you can still see some historical buildings. And more over there, made from wood, those are rather much older. And then all the way around you can see some military ships, and you can see a cruise ship as well. So that's the historical part of Bergen. These are these old buildings along the waterfront in Bergen. 300-year-old buildings with little malls running between them. Don't turn that there, down there. And I've shown you the malls between them. Mainly souvenir shops, reindeer skins and the like. But apparently they were guilds. Guild sort of buildings of different professions. You've got your rampant horse over there, and then further along there's a deer. We're in an art shop on the Bryggen, in that very old area of 300-year-old buildings. And some of the art, for example, this orange thing here, is Sami art. And there are there's a key to the Sami symbols that you can buy, which explains all of the different, what the symbols are within the sort of mandala type thing. And then of course a very popular theme are these cottages on the Bryggen in Bergen. It's kind of etching black and white, and then there are these images of the little laneways that run between the cottages, of the very old wood and so on. Amazing. So there, that's the Sami thing as well. Okay, this is the fish market in Bergen. It's a Sunday evening at 4:36, and all these stalls here are selling fish. Have a look at these urchins. Look at the size of a cricket ball. It's paella with langoustine. Look at the size of those prawns. So I'm kind of interested in all the fish at this market, including whale over there, and cod. Really nice fish here. Like the herrings over there, and there's dried cod up here. And then we have beautiful scallops, local oysters and mussels in their bags. And then these are lobsters cut in half. And then king crab claws, of course. And more crab claws over here. So this is a sole. Two different species, I imagine. We're going up the funicular railway in Bergen, up to the top of the hill. There we go. There we go, up. 26th of August in Bergen, and it's 6 o'clock in the evening. And we've come up the funicular railway to get a view of the city, and can share it with you. There it is. Fortunately the sun is a bit sort of behind clouds, which means that we don't have to screw up our eyes too much, but there is Bergen. And it stretches all the way up there. Oh dear, it's difficult to see. Yes, there's our ferry that we came in on. So we are sort of one dock away from the main shopping dock area, which is this here. where the little boat's going out. And along this side here are all those old buildings, those preserved buildings with shops and souvenir shops and everything. And then right across the bay, more suburbs. So that's Bergen from the air. It's pretty amazing. Going down the funicular railway at Bergen. It's the 27th of August and we're on our way to the aquarium, but very nice little streetscape there with the things up on the hills. Beverly walking along there, and seems like the military boys, the Navy's on the move there. They're turning their boat around there, so you might be able to see just down this little inlet here. A Navy, looks like a patrol boat doing a bit of a maneuver. I'm sure that this is not typical, but this is a public toilet and it's kind of open to people walking by. It's even got some stalagmites which have dripped down from there over the years. And if you go in, there's a veritable ecosystem in here. It's a urinal for men, obviously, but it's a bit crusty, put it mildly. Although it might suit my purposes, but it's beautiful in a hideous sort of a way. Coming up in the cable cars, and you can see Bryggen below. Okay, we're in Bergen on top of the cable car, and you can see the main centre of the city is that sort of tongue in the middle there, and over there is the Bryggen, and our hotel is just there. But this gives you such a fantastic view of the city sprawled out around these hills and going all the way around right up into those little valleys on the side there. Way down to the sea. You can see the broken coastline out there. It's just incredible. All the way around. Spectacular. And that's how we got up here. It's probably about the height of Table Mountain, I'd say. And that big building down there with the helipad on top of it is a hospital university complex. So there's Hurtigruten coming in. Yeah. That's a Hurtigruten Hooter. Hurtigruten coming in. On the way down on the cable car. Back down to Bergen. So manhole covers. Why not have a nice manhole cover when you can have one with the picture of some little houses and clouds and everything, and the funicular? Is it the funicular there? Oh yes, no, it's a cable car there coming down from the top of the hill. Isn't that amazing? It's a manhole cover in Bergen. Okay, so this is a video. This is a nachos that they've ordered at this restaurant. It's right in the center of Bergen. It looks, I mean, I'm not eating today, but it looks absolutely fantastic. I want to come back here. And we're sitting right at the Bryggen in the middle. And across there are the fish markets and things that I showed you earlier. It's 28th of August. It's 6:30 in the morning in Bergen. And I thought I'd give you a look of Bergen waking up. You can see the funicular railway, the lights of the railway going up to the top of the hill there. And this is this sort of mall in front of our hotel. And on the opposite side of the road is a fascinating coffee shop called Espresso House. And they have those wicker chairs down the bottom there. And there is always somebody in a chair down there. Oh, sitting in a chair, with their feet wrapped around underneath them, coffeeing. Usually young folks. And it's like, as you can see, it's a two-story effort with just chairs and very nice little warm-looking interior. So there you go. That's the city of Bergen waking up. People going to work and so on. We're in the older part of Bergen. It's a very quaint street. Just ignore the rubbish bins, which are ubiquitous. But this quite narrow cobbled street with these older wooden buildings. It's very quaint. This is Bergen, and this very nice old quarter of Bergen. And there's a series of lanes which runs up from the lower area. If we swing around this way, there's a series of lanes that you can take which go all the way up, and then you can see behind the mountain behind there. We're in the old fortress, the Bergen fortress, and that's an example of a wall. And by contrast, if I pull back, here we are in a beautiful Norwegian thing. And Bev's reading the brochure. And we're about to go into Håkon's Hall. This is inside Håkon's Hall. I'll give you a look at the ceiling maybe. It's a wooden beam structure. Pretty amazing. And then you go down. As soon as I get to the windows it'll flash out, but if you know what I mean. Rocks with sort of Gothic arches on the other side. Probably modern. Very nice hanging at one end. Modern hanging. This is up on the stage of Håkon's Hall. It's beautiful tapestry and those chairs, and presumably have concerts here because they've got a Steinway piano in the corner. And then all along here is this tapestry, obviously of sort of using ancient symbols and images along here. It runs all the way along the back of the hall. There's a face carved in the corner of Håkon's Hall. We're outside Håkon's Hall. All made of these pieces of very rough granite, really, with the sort of castellations along the top, if that's the word. A zebra crossing that never needs to be painted. It's made of cobbles. Thank you, Bev. This is the oldest church in Bergen, or surviving church. And it actually was burnt down. It goes right back to the 1500s and before. Notice no spire. It's got two towers in the front. And then we've just been inside. No photographs taken inside, but it survived, and there's very ornate inside. Massive sort of sculpture over the pulpit and gold panels behind the altar. And it was patronized by the Hanseatic Leagues. These are the guilds, the professional guilds that ran their business, importing businesses and whatnot on the Bryggen, which is, Bryggen means the pier basically, so the merchants of Bergen. And as I said, they finished restoring it a couple of years ago, and they have done an amazing job. And there's one of the extraordinary doors. I've decided to take a little video of this statue here because it will give you an idea of many other statues in Bergen, of this kind of stoic quality that they can capture in the statues in the town. And this guy dates way back, must have some significant story to tell, but have a look at the stoicism. And most of their statues around town have that sort of determined look on their faces. Okay, we're in Holberg Square in Bergen, and I'm just filming all the different colored blocks, all the different kinds of stone. It's as if they've assembled every kind of interesting granite that they could find. It's like a whole mixture of them. It's just amazing. You walk around here and you go, oh, there, look at that one, look at that one. Yeah, there's a stripy one, and then there's a spotty one, and so it goes. And then there's a white one here under my leg. Here. It's just amazing. The whole thing, just they've deliberately done very interesting stones. And Edvard Grieg was a Bergen boy. There he is, looking out. Spent a lot of his time elsewhere. He loved Copenhagen. Studied music in Leipzig, I think. And he's in this lovely square, gazing out to sea. Tell you what, the Norwegians, well, and the Europeans in general, do gardens. Wow, these are begonias, would you believe? A whole circle of big begonias around a bandstand, which has the most beautiful hanging baskets hanging down in each little space. It's gorgeous. Have a look at that. Isn't that lovely? While I'm filming, over there is a, Lord knows what the building is. Very interesting building with a lovely garden, formal garden in the front as well. Now this is much nicer than Mike and Bev. Look at the look on his face. The little boy in the fountain is by Vigeland. And look at the look on his face. It's a little fountain in Bergen. This is you might remember when we were up there where that tower is right on the top of the mountain. That's where we went up in the cable car, and this is a circular pond, a lovely fountain in the middle of it. But this time, look at the beautiful plantings along the edge here, and then sweeping across, of course, being late afternoon, the sun shining from the west catches all of those houses, and up there is the end of the funicular railway. It's beautiful. And here all of the local birds relaxing on the banks.